Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Oh, hello. Welcome to another live Wicked Horror Show. It's Tuesday. I'm Kevin. It's always joined by Tony Has Not Fingers.
What is going on, people?
And we have Angel from That Strange Show.
Beautiful hair club.
It's better than mine.
What up, guys?
What's up? Yeah, so no special guests other than these fine gentlemen this week.
Hello, love.
Hello. I literally just got home maybe like 10, 15 minutes ago from going to see Evil Dead Rise. We had some press screening abilities. There was a bunch of us. It was me. It was Steve from what's the name of his show?
Nerds of Unusual Origins.
Yes. And that's the first time I ever met him in person. So that was cool.
How was he? How was it? Did you guys share
a
popcorn tub or
no?
Well,
there was no tub. We just eat popcorn out of each other's mouths. Yeah,
baby, so like a baby bird.
Sure. And then whatchamacallit, we had Brandon, who's part of the Wednesday show over on Leo's side, on the Dorkening side. Yo-Yo was there. Haven't seen Yo-Yo in forever, so it was awesome to see Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo.
Yeah, it was awesome to catch up. It was great. Catch up. And then we had the Velvet Joker, Rich, but he took off like right when the credits started. He was out. I don't know if he had somewhere to be, but that was the first time I ever met him in person too. And we only got to talk for a minute.
Wait, the opening credits?
Ending credits.
Oh,
that was he's like,
imagine it's like, oh, okay, forget it. I don't want to see it. Bye.
I like scary movies. Bye. And he's
yeah.
So we have Zach in the chat room. What's up, Zach? And we have Sergio. What's going on? Yeah. So I just got back from Evil Dead Rise. First off, I'm going to try to not give spoilers. But I liked it a lot. That's a spoiler, right? Of course, you have people that are not going to like it. Like the guy that was complaining about it at South by Southwest, and then Bruce Campbell told him to get the fuck out of there.
Oh, the guy that was like, "This movie sucks."
Yeah, they're like, "Why are you here then?" And Bruce is like, "Get the fuck out of here." And everyone was booing that guy. Whatever. So on the way out, there was a dude standing there, and he's like, "What did you think?" And we're like, "We loved it." He's like, "Why?" And we're like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Did you like it?" He's like, "No, I hated it." And we're like, "Okay, why?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, it's too different than." I'm like, "So you want the same thing over and over again? Is that what you want? Like, you want some change?"
Yes.
And I think we may have swayed him a little bit, but probably not. So yeah, it really cool opening, by the way. The opening credits, that was like the last thing Steve and I were talking about, is just how the credits were just really cool. Like the opening scene, and then like what happens where everything comes up or whatever. It was just really
like the fucking
they do that. They explain it. They explain that, and then they there's a whole thing that happens, and then the way that it says Evil Dead Rise is pretty dope. And
do they have some like homage to the originals in this?
Yeah, I mean, there's it definitely is. Again, I don't want to ruin it too much. Like, there's some phrases that maybe you haven't heard in a while. That maybe was chanted in Evil Dead 2, that maybe wasn't chanted in Army of Darkness or the 2013 or even the Ash versus Evil Dead. There's I'm pretty positive that there was some homage to other horror movies in there as well. you can even see it in the trailer. There's like, it looks like the elevator scene from The Shining.
Yeah.
So there's that. I really think that there was some reference to Poltergeist in there, for a couple things, because it's in a high rise. It's like a
What was that?
3? Is that 3?
Yeah,
Third one,
third one.
And then there's a scene where, remember when Carol Ann gets pulled out, and she's, they're holding her, and she's like, honey, whatever. There was something very, very similar to that. Honey, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die too young. I have a kidney or whatever problem. I was sad.
Sad. R.I.P.
Yeah. There was that. I was looking for stuff. I was reading into things a little too much. Like, I was like, I think that's this, and I think that's this, and afterwards, like, no, I was completely wrong. Like, okay, the apartment number is this. Maybe that's reference to that. And I'm like, no, completely off. Yeah, I was off.
That's remember Jim Carrey's number 23? I think.
So legit, the apartment number that they live in is apartment 85. So I'm like, what year did the second one come out? Like, so I was like trying to think, but it was 87. The second one came out. So I was wrong. But yeah, there's references to a lot. There's even a scene that's very similar than a scene in Evil Dead 2 that I don't want to ruin, but very gory, extremely.
Look from the Red Band trailer. It looked like it was gore fest.
Yeah. Steve actually pulled up I forget how many gallons, like how many hundreds of gallons of fake blood was used in it. But
were they trying to beat the 2013?
Yeah, I was about to say, because the 2013 one, especially the end of it,
with it raining blood, I don't know. I don't know if they would be able to beat that. So there was it's weird too, like the main baddie at the end kind of deal, like the big battle kind of thing. It was a different take. It reminded me of another horror movie that I had talked about a while back. I don't even know if we brought it up on the show, but I know I want to say that Wolfie and I reviewed it. There was like a Swedish horror film where they like go down into an underground like area, and it's like almost like The Descent, but it's these monsters that fuse together, and like literally like they're screaming because like the legs are made out of people.
The Super Deep.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There was something that kind of reminded me of that somewhat. Again, maybe just coincidence. It wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. I remember the monster came around the corner.
Yeah, he was screaming because he was the feet. Yeah. Have you seen that movie, Tony?
I have not, but it sounds very intriguing. So I'm definitely gonna have to check it out now.
If you hear screaming, the reason they're screaming, like I don't know if you ever played Serious Sam, but in Serious Sam, when like there's a headless guy running towards you with his arms spread out, holding 2 like bombs in his hand, he's just like he's screaming even though he has no head, and as he gets close to you, he explodes. It was that kind of screaming, but it comes around a corner, and it's the feet of this monster that are screaming because the whole monster is made out of bodies, like alive bodies. It's crazy.
It came out in 2020.
Okay. So Sergio's saying that he saw the Evil Dead Rise, the trailer on his TV.
Oh, okay.
So Sergio, I don't know if you're a fan of the franchise. It's not a direct, sequel to anything really. It's kind of like the 2013 Evil Dead really wasn't like a reboot, even though there's some similarities, obviously, from the original. They did it a little differently. This one's even further from that. And I think that's what that guy that was complaining outside the theater was about.
But there's only so many times you can.
Yeah,
just
I'm like, and I said to him, I'm like, Bruce doesn't want to play this character anymore. Like this has been his whole life. He's been he does other things, and the only reason I watched Burn Notice to begin with is because he was in it, and the only reason that I watched it because he was in it is because he was Ash.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So even
I like Burn Notice, but
yeah, Burn Notice is the shit. I love that show.
Yeah.
Same thing with Briscoe County. The reason I don't like Westerns. The only reason I started watching it was because of Bruce Campbell, because he was in Evil Dead. So I understand that completely. But that dude, I was just like, he doesn't want to play the same character for the rest of his life. And how many more movies can we have in a cabin? Like it's the same thing over and over again. Like,
well, let me throw in my script.
Yeah,
I'm just fucking around.
I mean, like an Evil Dead movie in the cabin.
Yeah.
But Yeah, that being said, I really did enjoy it. I'm going to see it again with my dad and my niece and nephew. My dad is in his 80s and he's all about going to see this movie. So
he's like, if this isn't better than Cocaine Bear, you know.
He loves Cocaine Bear, but
I know.
When he saw the trailer for this, he's like, "Oh my god, this looks insane!" So he's like, "Yeah, we need to go see this." I'm like, "All right, cool,
that's dope."
Yeah.
Speaking of Cocaine Bear, I watched that yesterday and I enjoyed it thoroughly. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Sure.
And some people, I just don't understand how, like, people's logic, to each his own. But some, it's just like, this is one of the worst things I've ever seen. I'm like, what movie are you watching? Even if it wasn't great, it was entertaining. It's not like the plot isn't the greatest. I mean, it's very embellished and stuff. But I mean, it's like, how could you think it's one of the worst? I'm like, how?
Because I did some, the cocaine wasn't really sniffing coke, bro.
Right.
That's the problem.
Right. They found a bear dead with cocaine in its body. That's about it. There you go. That's the end of the story. They made it crazier than it was, and it's a horror comedy. We were talking about that when we were eating dinner too, about how some people just can't get past, and they will not accept a horror comedy. Jamie Hill's in the chat. What's up, Jamie?
Jamie, what up?
Sergio's asking if I saw Evil Dead Rise at AMC. Yes, I drove out an hour to the AMC in Cambridge, Mass, and we had free press screening tickets, so we got to go in for nothing. We just had to give our name on the way in, and they're like, "All right, enjoy the show."
Speaking of, go ahead. No, go ahead.
You guys go ahead at the same time. Go.
Oh no. But anyway, at some press screenings, was there anyone from, like, sometimes it'll be like a special guest that's hiding in the back?
Yeah, there was no one.
Okay.
It was the guy up front.
Yeah.
This movie sucks.
The guy that was waiting outside. This fucking sucked. I sucked in it. Yeah. No, but it was really good. Again, because rumor has it that Bruce is in it for a split second. If you blink, you'll miss him. Steve said he thought he knew where it was. So when I go to see it on with my dad, I'm going to have my eye open to see if that's the case. And it may not necessarily be someone who's walking around. It may be in a photograph of some sort. So basically just a quick the synopsis of the movie, I guess, without the Evil Dead part of it. It's a family that lives in this high rise. It's a mother, her two daughters and her son. It's a younger daughter, the middle kid is a daughter, and then the son is older, and they're just living their life in this slumlord, like, high rise kind of deal. And the sister comes to visit. They jokingly call her a groupie because she's a guitar tech for some band, whatever. So she tours the world with that. There's a story to it.
Yeah.
But that's the thing too, is if people are expecting wall-to-wall blood right away, they're not gonna, you're not gonna get it. There's a little bit of a story beforehand.
Good.
But it starts at the opening of the movie, kind of introduces some stuff, and then it says 1 day earlier, kind of deal. Yeah. So it was what about Sony? No, Sony didn't see Evil Dead Rise yet. Comes out this weekend.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
Yeah,
Thursday.
Okay. The 21st.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there was so Sergio, there was we got offered from whatever group, it was through Warner Brothers, that there was an option to go see the movie in Boston, and because we're all based out of here, Leo put it out there like, hey, who's interested? I was like, yes, please. And then we got accepted and we went. And on the way out, I was like, hey, is there a way to get on this list more often? She's like, yeah, give me your email address. I was like, okay. So I did.
Bro. You should have given my email too, man. Damn. Bro.
Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe I can finagle something next time around.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. But so it's pretty. I mean, driving to Boston stinks, but
yeah. Whatever. When you told me about it, I was like,
But I hate driving in Boston. I hate it. People, someone dropped an N-bomb to Yo-Yo while he was walking to meet us.
No, they didn't.
They did. and it was a homeless guy. And then where we were walking back to the garage, there was a dude just like this nice area, and in Cambridge, where it's like all these beautiful buildings right across from the nice park. There's a dude just nodding out like right there.
Yeah,
and
Mass Ave.
I don't remember. Streets are streets to me. I don't know.
They're filled with bums.
Yeah, goddamn bums. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. If you're a fan of the franchise, again, don't be expecting a direct sequel. But definitely go check it out.
Continuation.
Right. It's a bit of a change. And what someone mentioned to me, and I thought it's kind of a good idea. So in Army of Darkness, when he has to select the Necronomicon, there's 3 books. And he's like, if you look at the way that this book looks, like the way that it's designed, it looks like the 3rd book. So I'm like, that's interesting to think of it maybe being there's different stories tied to each book.
Yeah, there's the Doctor Strange stuff too with the books. Did you watch it?
Watch what?
The latest Doctor Strange?
No.
Yeah, I would recommend it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's some mention of
that same Raimi. Didn't he do that one?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this one was produced by Sam and Bruce. So Bruce. That's plus, yeah. So their names are there.
Nice. All right. So you were talking about free tickets. So speaking of free tickets, yeah. Speaking of free tickets, if you hit up our buddies at Radio of Horror, they got a little promo thing going on right now. For free Fandango passes to Evil Dead Rise. Good at any theater. Just message their page, Radio of Horror. Then they'll send you a code and all that kind of good stuff. As of this recording, the tickets are good for 3 weeks.
Oh, nice.
And then the code expires after that.
Nice. So that's anywhere in the country.
Yeah, through fandango.com.
Cool. I'm gonna actually try to put the audio up like tomorrow, so that way, whatever. So that way it'll work.
Radio of Horror.
Just radioofhorror.com or
no, Facebook.
Oh, okay. So the Radio of Horror Facebook page.
Yes, there you go.
And thanks for that info, Chris. I just ran into Chris at a film fest out in Worcester this past weekend. So Sergio, I don't have the trailer for Evil Dead Rise. I could pull the Red Band one. I could do that as we're talking, but so we had Mike Neal on a couple weeks ago for his H.P. Lovecraft. I'm gonna mess up the name, so I'm just not even gonna try. And I really enjoyed it. So this was a short film festival. The horror block went from like noon to like 2:30, and I went, and I can tell you, there was not one stinker in the bunch. Everything from like a kid that was like not even at the oldest, he may have been in middle school, who made a movie, and it was good. Made it with his friends and whatever. There was one of those short films that was based off a Stephen King story. You know how he was doing that thing where you could like get permission to use one of his stories as long as it wasn't sold. You could only show it at conventions or festivals. One of them, and that one was starring Tom Ennis, which I'm a big fan of, from Mr. Show with Bob and Dave. And but yeah, it was a really good time. I wish I knew about this convention. I keep saying convention. This film fest like earlier, because it's been going on for years, and it's in my area. So I'm like, literally,
you've been missing out.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, it was good to go. Good to see people. Patrick and Ashes were there. Brandon was there. Chris was there. The guy who's giving away the Evil Dead tickets, he was there.
Shout out.
He's actually, I think he's part of it. I think he helps organize something.
Nice.
Yeah, but there was a lot of just really cool like shorts, and all of the directors have things in the works. So it's they all have features or more shorts in the works. So it's awesome, and most of the directors were there. Even though it's so you had the opportunity to speak to some of these guys. And I remember I forget that Tony and Angel, neither of you guys were on for that show with Mike Neal. He kept mentioning his producer, and I got to meet him, and he was awesome. And he's like, hey, I would really like to come on your show. I'm like, okay, give me your card. And he gave me his card. So I'm gonna be reaching out to him in regards to that. But yeah, I'm gonna look for the trailer for Evil Dead Rise. Someone else talk, please.
All right. So, have you seen Cocaine Bear, Angel?
Yes, I did. I went and saw it in the movie theater.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw it on Peacock because it came out.
Yes, that's right.
Streaming to Peacock yesterday.
Yeah. Ambulance scene was great. That was funny, and how it stopped, and the Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about the web service Twitch. But I thought it was great. Ray Liotta's hair was luxurious.
Oh yeah,
and
his final movie, right?
See, a couple, because he's coming on another one.
Oh, that's right.
Just now, I forget the name of it, but and then it was cool seeing the kid from TikTok on there as the ambulance driver. He does like all those like the shitty customers that come up to him in retail. He does like that kind of a joke.
I don't know that. Cool. I don't know him, but
yeah,
that's
cool.
Interesting.
The park ranger was amazing. I liked her, the whole thing, and then the punks, the urchins, the park urchins, were hilarious. Blew his mind. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And the guy from The Wire.
Yeah. He didn't do that in the movie though, right?
I was waiting for it, dude. I was like, if they throw, especially when he was up on the gazebo.
Exactly.
I was like, if he's
gonna do it, he's gonna do it.
If he turns around and he sees that bear and he throws that in, that's a motherfucking bear. But
Sergio was asking if Tony. He assumed that, but I don't believe he is.
I don't know what you said because you turned into a robot.
Yeah, you broke up a little bit.
I'm trying to download that trailer. Sergio was asking if Tony's mad at him, and I said I don't believe he is. I don't know why he would be, and I don't know why you think he is.
I think it's because he grew out his beard, so you look a little more scary now. So
right, and if I know Sergio, he hates beards. What I know about him. Yep, he's anti-beard.
Anti-beard. Hey man,
I have a beard too. He hates all of us. I'm just kidding. You don't hate us. We know that, Sergio. So has there been anything else that you guys have checked out that you think Sergio says? I do not. I agree, Sergio. We're just messing around. Is there anything else you guys have checked out, like TV shows or anything that are worth mentioning?
TV shows, Succession.
I don't think I've heard of it.
Brian Cox.
Okay.
And a bunch of other stuff. I watch a lot of cooking shows on my downtime.
You know what? Do you really?
I do.
I like cooking shows too. I've been avoiding it because I just figured it was like an older white lady show to watch, but the British Bake Off, whatever. I found out that most of the stand-up comics that I love from the UK, that I watch all these game shows from the UK because they're contestants on the game shows all the time. Most of them were on seasons of that show. And actually another comic that I like a lot is one of the judges, Will Fielding, is one of the judges on that show from the Mighty Boosh.
Yes, that's right. He's the big, tall,
weird guy. He was also in the IT crowd.
He was the goth locked in the closet.
Yep. So I'm gonna start watching that. But other than that, I just been watching mostly like British shows on YouTube because I'm that guy now, apparently.
I picked up Infinity Pool, but I really
I haven't watched it. I've heard mixed things about it.
I haven't watched it yet.
It was, I don't know.
You watched it?
I did.
Okay.
And I didn't. It wasn't my style.
Yeah.
No, you didn't like the Cronenberg?
Nah.
Trying to fill his daddy's shoes. You didn't like that?
Yeah, I didn't like it as much as I thought I was going to. It has an awesome cast, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Just a weird movie.
Did you watch his other film, Possessor, or the other one that he did, his first film?
I watched the trailer for Possessor, but that one was another one that didn't. Like, I'll look at some trailers, and some of them don't catch my fancy. So,
fancy.
That's one thing about Tony.
Fancy man.
You have to have some extra space in your pocket for all that fancy.
right.
But
I would I get what you're saying. I would highly recommend Possessor. Yeah, because it's a little weird sci-fi horror, mindfucky.
I think that's where, because once I see like a little bit too, like, I was never huge into sci-fi, and like, I love the combination of different genres.
Yeah.
But horror sci-fi was never. Aliens and stuff. I like them, but they're not.
What about The Thing? That would be sci-fi.
The Thing. I like it, but it's not
really
towards my top.
Wow, dude! Wow.
I put that out soon. The one that turns into winter time and the personal fall. I put that movie on.
Yeah.
The Thing.
It's like, oh, this is what I have to look forward to.
It's like a winter kickoff.
Yeah. The whatchamacallit? I was totally going to say something. I totally forgot what it was.
I forgot where I was.
Yeah. So Sergio's saying that Fast and Furious 10 is coming out May 19th.
That's right.
I'm not a Fast and Furious man. I get it.
Family.
I understand why people dig it. It's not my thing. I'm not a car guy.
It's not about car guy. It's not about being a car guy. It's about
it completely switched.
International espionage, bro.
I'm not about that either. I'm not about family. I'm not about espionage. I'm not about.
It's a good old.
I'm about furious. I'm more of a slow and pleasant. If it was called Slow and Content 10, I'd be like, all right, slow and I've accepted what I've become. Yep.
That one movie we were talking about on that show that we had with Spoonful of Sugar, the one with the kids that were trapped in almost like a Lord of the Flies type deal.
I don't remember.
What was the movie?
I forget the name of it. I wanted to know if it came out recently.
What was? Give me the description again.
There's a baby and his kids and his Lord of the Flies.
It was, I guess, the parent, the like grown-ups passed or died or something, and then it was a bunch of kids in a like amusement park, and it had like the Lord of the Flies thing where it was like hierarchies and stuff like that.
Someone likes Fast and Furious 10. Jamie.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name either. I was supposed to come out, I think, very soon, if not right now. Yeah.
Soon o'clock. There's a bunch of I think I was on Bloody Disgusting earlier, and I think there's a bunch of stuff coming out this week. Some of it's going to be direct streaming and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, Jamie loves cars. I like to drive them sometimes.
Vroom.
Yeah, I like to get pulled over for speeding.
Yeah, that's Jamie from Skinamarink.
Yep.
You haven't watched that? Go check that out.
If you have to drive those cars in Boston, you may not like them very much because people think it's like, that's just because you're in a crosswalk doesn't mean you can just start walking through traffic.
Actually, I can.
No, they do. But anyways, I pulled the Red Band trailer for Evil Dead Rise, so let's play that, and we'll be right back after these messages. Do. We'll be right back. Remember that commercial, anyone? Am I too old? All right, bye.
What's up, sis? I had the most beautiful dream. It was the perfect day. And all I could think about was how much I wanted to cut you all open and then climb inside your bodies so that we could stay one happy family.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother,
What is this, Danny?
I found it.
what will will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me.
Open up now.
You don't look so good, Mom.
Nothing a big old kiss from you won't fix.
I'm getting us out of here. I promise.
You'd be a good mom someday, Honeybah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you know how to lie to kids. Mom?
Mommy's with the maggots now.
What will be, will be.
Oh, so yeah,
I didn't even see that trailer. That makes it look like 10 times better than I.
it was pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty
Mom, she's like, Mommy's with the maggots now.
Yeah. It was awesome.
And then
Like,
she's like,
there's stuff in that scene that I was like, oh my god, it was so good. Like
her voice though, like fucking Mommy's with the maggots now.
yeah, it's all switches up. But yeah,
Yeah, that looks
it's really
intense.
good. I really enjoyed it. I mean,
The glass eating, bro.
so that's the thing is we were talking on the way home, and a couple of guys were like, I don't know how that got a rated R. Like, I don't know how they did that. Like how it should be like an NC-17 or a not rated or whatever.
Did they swear? Did they swear in it?
Well, there's a few things they could have gone a little bit further with that they probably didn't, so they could get an R. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like I'm happy. I'm happy that they didn't ruin it. Whenever any of these new things come out, no, for real. Whenever these new not reboots but continuations, whatever, I'm like, oh god, here we go. Like,
But it said it right in the trailer. It said evolution, so you know it was going to be different than.
Well, not that guy, not the guy outside the theater. He didn't know.
Yeah, like
Maybe
from the
you didn't see the
creators
trailer.
of Evil Dead.
Comes the
Bring
exact
you
same movie.
Evil Dead Rise.
I'm the Berenstein Bear.
She's going with the maggots now.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
But
But,
yeah, that looks intense.
yeah.
But,
You should go to that Facebook page and get some tickets and
Yeah, get
finally go to the theater, Tony.
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a long time.
Now you have
Yeah.
a beard. No one's gonna mess with you today.
Bro, no one's gonna grab you by the beard. And
Tap
fucking,
him on the shoulder, to turn around. He's like, beard, and they're like, oh,
You
yeah.
never- You never know. They could grab me by the beard. They could be like, "That's a
Sergio, you
nice
should
beard."
see it. I think Sergio's saying he's not going to see it at all. You should. It's done really well. It's not uber scary. Sergio? Are you a fan of the other movies, like in the TV show or anything? Like, did you see the 2013 one? Because I think that one was more brutal at part.
Yeah.
There's a couple
tree,
yeah,
tree
the
part.
tree, the freaking
Yeah.
whatever
through
to the hand.
hands. Yeah.
Yep, the razor blade.
Talking about trailers, I saw that made me intrigued. I was heard Talk About Me or Talk to Me.
What
The
did you
new
say?
A24
Yeah.
one. That one looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Look that up.
Online on my live yesterday, people were talking about it. They're like, "What do you think?" Because A24 came up, so they're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
how about
that's
the new trailer for Talk to Me?" And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't see it." So I ended up watching it before, and that one looks pretty interesting. Has a different take on certain movies. So that one I'm interested in.
Forgetting things like, wasn't there like an A24 like series, something that they're putting out, like a TV series coming out?
They have a whole bunch of stuff that
Oh, I thought I heard of something, and they mentioned A24. I'm like, what? I didn't know they're doing TV.
Yeah, they've had TV. They've had like made for
I don't know things.
iTunes movies and stuff, like certain ones you can't get. So,
no,
yeah,
I don't have regular TV, so I miss all this stuff. So
yeah, it's on the tube. But yeah, talk to me. When a group of friends discovers how to conjure spirits by using an embalmed hand, they become hooked on the new thrill until one of them unleashes terrifying supernatural forces.
Yeah. But yeah, that Beef on Netflix is A24. That's where I saw it. Beef. And that, by the way, Beef. I just want to point out who that was.
I've been watching that. Yeah.
That was our good friend Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo,
what up?
When are you coming back on, Yo-Yo? Since you're,
I told him whenever
right now. Send him the link. Send him the link right now, Yo-Yo.
You want Yo-Yo to send me the link?
No, I'm saying.
I mean, if he wants, just let me know. But yeah, I told him whenever he wants to come on, you're more than welcome. That's like I was talking to Brandon. I'm like, he's still in the chat because he's still part of it. Like, I don't care. He hasn't been on in a long time, but he's still part of it.
Yeah, once in a while he's just like,
been a part of it either, so.
Huh? Did you see Tony?
I said Wolfie hasn't come on in a long time either. But
yeah, he's still part of it.
Shout out to Wolfie.
We're actually mentioning Wolfie at dinner because we were talking about how some people just refuse to enjoy horror comedy, and I was referring to him. Like, Shaun of the Dead? Nope. Tucker and Dale? Nope. I'm like, what?
He was the guy at the bottom of the stairs.
He said he can't. There can't be,
that's what I call
either a comedy or a horror movie. They can. I'm like,
so it can't. So he's saying it can't be like a horror comedy. It's a comedy with horror elements.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Tomato.
Oh, Jamie Hill's asking you guys should watch Grotesque.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is that?
We watched it.
Well, there's a couple, but the one that we got for they came on was
Jamie was in
girl.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, where she got a bad nose job and she kind of went all over the place. That one was fun. Very fun.
Yeah, very fun.
Very fun. So actually, I just remembered that Yo-Yo was in the chat, so he already has the link.
Oh,
so yeah, he'll jump on. He'll be here to wrap up the shenanigans. But so Tony, you have a con coming up shortly.
Yep. Chiller is one of the three big, well, pretty much the only one of the three New Jersey cons. This one's more of a grab bag of stuff. So every
subgenre, like it's not just horror. Like I'm pulling up the images right now.
It's like everything and anything from like 70s TV shows to they're having what is it? I was about to say Growing Pains, but that's not it.
Mike Love from the Beach Boys.
Hey,
wouldn't it be nice if I still had a career?
Priscilla Presley, Jamie Lynn Sigler. What?
Yeah, you have. They have a podcast together. Actually, Jamie Lynn Sigler and Rob Eiler have a podcast together. That's actually pretty good.
That's the kid from The Sopranos.
Yeah, they're brother and sister from The Sopranos, and they have a podcast together. They're on. They've been on Your Mom's House, and like Christina Pajitsky loves these guys. So like they've been on Your Mom's House and Where My Mom's At. They've been on that show too. That's the name
Wonder of Years is what I was trying to.
Oh shit, Brea, Angelica Bridges.
Dude from Tombstone, The Rock,
Terminator. Michael Biehn.
Mandalorian. Huh?
Michael Biehn, bro.
What'd you call me that for? Edward Furlong.
Wow.
Yeah, we saw him at that. Was that Super Mega Fest or was that Scaricon? Either one. It was at Sheridan. Yeah. This dude, he was in American Pie.
He's funny.
Yeah. Guy from Meg 2.
Ron
Smorenberg. Oh, first American convention appearance. That's cool.
The US of A.
This dude has been like a ton of things.
That's that guy from that one movie.
All of them. He's from all of those movies.
First show appearance, dude. That's
Daryl Strawberry, Jimmy Hart, and Coco Beware on the same stage together. Finally, they're going to be doing a Beach Boys set, so it's going to be fun.
Wow.
You know what? Though? I'm joking around, but you know who wrote most of the entrance songs for
Jimmy Hart?
Yeah, Jimmy Hart wrote most of the entrance songs back in that day.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I had a was it Sledgehammer or Powell Driver album or something, and it was all that stuff, and it was all written by him.
Interesting. I didn't know.
Yeah.
That.
Richard Dreyfuss.
His line was way too long the last time. He was like
early.
one of the headliners.
Yeah. Oh shit, Kramer.
Yeah, no, it's not that Kramer. It's a different.
No,
Kramer.
I know.
Oh, look at our best friend Billy Zane. I wonder if he's gonna have his own table again. You son of a bitch.
He had like a tall martini glass.
He had
table,
like a
right?
tall bar height table and a little tablecloth, and you're just like
it looked like he was speed dating everybody.
Yeah. And it looked like everyone smelled like farts or something because the look on his face was like, ugh.
No, but shout out to Billy Zane. It was
yeah. I mean, that being said, he's a good actor. So
yeah, it was cool. It was cool to watch him with a newspaper tucked under his arm at like 1 a.m, watching everybody karaoke and
laughing at them.
Yeah, I was like, he's talking all the shit right now.
Yeah, every single bit of it is coming from him. So Chuck Zito, Sons of Anarchy, Oz,
Street Justice, bro.
Never watched it. Carney Wilson. You remember Carney Wilson from Wilson?
From the Wilson the singers.
Yeah, and she had her own talk show. Actually, isn't she the daughter of Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys? But he's no longer with us, I don't believe.
I don't know the correlation.
I think she is.
I like this guy though.
I had no idea he had anything to do with Johnny Quest, but that's cool.
Yeah, is he Johnny Quest?
I'm assuming he may be the.
Or is he Haji?
Hey, we don't.
That's the guy's name.
I know.
Little Dickie Ricardo, bro.
Yeah, little Rick. Lucy, you got some explaining to do. Babaloo. I used to love that show.
I have all 7 seasons.
I'm excited about this dude.
Mark Holden.
Fucking Francis from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yeah.
Give him some gum that makes his mouth black.
You're gonna lose.
He was very, very weird and Gacy.
Yes.
I can imagine. Triumph, the insult comic dog.
Wow.
Rob Schmeigel.
Saturday only.
Yep. First chiller appearance for me to poop on.
Jerry
the King Lawler, by the way, he's going to be in full get up probably the whole weekend, and he still looks pretty impressive in that stuff.
But I think with the color gone, I think he canceled.
Yeah, he canceled.
Oh, I just figured that he was black and white.
No. Mark Dacascos.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know who.
Bro, you know what? Double Dragon.
I never saw it. I like the video game.
Oh my god, the Iron Chef. He's the host of Iron Chef now, bro.
Is he really? I haven't watched that forever. Anyways, I don't know this lady.
For blank, bro.
All right, sorry. Okay, Mom.
From Rambo First Blood Part 2, bro.
Oh, Double Dragon. Yeah, Double Dragon reunion, finally.
Dim Sum Funeral, bro.
Barbara Hershey.
Black Swan Beaches. Okay. Hoosiers. Hey, ESL, bro.
All right.
Pizza. Oh, that's how I recognize her old.
Yeah, she's been in a bunch of shit. Way more than this.
Yeah. SLC Punk.
Lisa Fuller. Earth Girls Are Easy. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh.
I know her from the older sister in Monster Squad.
Yeah.
Are you a virgin?
What?
Are you asking me, or are you asking? You're just quoting something.
Galen Ross and Paul
from Mad Men.
Yeah.
42nd year anniversary reunion. Holy crap!
Together again for the first time.
Yeah. So I'm assuming she's the voice of the mom in Rugrats. That's cool.
Yeah, that is
Jeremy Sumpter.
What?
I know it. A lot of these people I don't know. Everyone from the Wonder Years except for Fred Savage. But there's another dude. Remember the little kid from Big that became Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
He's going to be there, and he looks exactly the same, just like an older version, doesn't he? His face is like the same.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, that's great.
No, I've seen him in other things other than what they got him.
The French Connection.
Connection.
What? I'm gonna go just for that. And then he's leave. It's like that time I went to see that.
Bye.
And then I just left when they were done.
Forrest Gump.
Run, Forrest, run.
Rebel. Richard Young.
Okay. If you insist.
Bob Gunton. No,
Tim
it's not.
Huh?
The warden from Shawshank.
Oh. This dude who's does voices and stuff. Oh, the kid from Problem Child. He looks the same too. Jesus Christ.
Fuck. He looks like no, never mind.
The one that canceled that it was what's her name from? She was the mother in Problem Child. She was in what do you call it? I can't even think of it. Robin Hood. The Mel Brooks. Robin Hood.
Men in Tights.
Men in Tights.
There you go.
The girl Yasmin Bleeth. Not yet.
Yasmin Bleeth is a lady.
Yeah, but it's not her.
Okay,
it's that redhead girl. She was going to be there too.
Jason and Dash, Jeremy London.
Both of
Stacey Dash is the one I'm going for.
They're going to have a twin fight. See who wins. Yeah, Stacey Dash. He's all about Stacey Dash. He had a big crush on her when he was growing up. Rightfully so. This girl from with Chainsaw Hookers, which was a Gunnar Hansen movie as well. Evil Tunes. What is that?
Oh, you gotta
it's a weird movie where they draw like these tunes and they come alive and
they're evil.
They're evil.
And they're evil.
Tia Carrere is going to be there, huh? Wayne's World.
What? Showdown Little Tokyo. If no one's ever seen Showdown Little Tokyo, I would suggest
highly recommend it.
It's one of Dolph Lundgren's best movies.
That says a lot because every one of his movies is gold.
Is that the one at the end where the guy like blows up to this like gigantic like
no.
That's Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, that's the Big Trouble in Little China. But I Drink Your Blood. Hell yeah.
And Lowry.
And the original Crazies.
Have you did you ever get a chance to talk to her? She was at Scaricon and stuff a few times.
No.
She's very nice. I Living Dead, Doodly Doot, Heather Mauser, I Living Dead. Oh, Tacoma FD.
That's that new show, right?
From it's the guys from Super Troopers. It's been on for a couple seasons, but it's very funny. I like it. If you're into that kind of humor, I am from time to time. Oh, look at Nancy Ann Ritter's going to be there. Why don't you ask her what the hell's going on for me? All right, thanks. Long story short, I was supposed to do a new show with her, and it's still up in the air. I don't know what's going on.
It got shelved, bro. It got shelved, bro.
Yeah, well, I don't like that. I paid for art. I want to do
it. Two evil lies. Buy a shirt, by the way. Speaking of art, go to Kevin's TeePublic. Is that what it's on?
Yeah, TeePublic. Just a knuckle. And there's Wicked Horror Show. Dolph Lundgren is in Showdown Little Tokyo. Good movie. That's from Life of Pain.
I told you. I ain't lying.
I didn't believe you, but now I do. Oh, snap. Corey Glover from Living Color is going to be there. Holy shit.
Also Francis from Platoon.
Yeah, but I just want to go and be like, where do you get that body glove zip-up suit, man?
I know, right?
Look in my eyes. Sorry. What do you see?
Brian Bonzal.
What'd you call me? Oh, my God. The little kid from Family Ties.
What is... Oh, shit. I didn't know he played Klingon.
Yeah. He was also in Mikey. Blank Check.
Oh, Mikey. Yeah, Mikey was...
No, we're not going to talk about this one. She's a Playboy Playmate. And that is scandalous. And then there's some musical performance. Oh, you have Chris Poland, who used to be in Megadeth. I'm not sure what time frame that was in Megadeth. He was in the Circle Jerks as well. That's weird.
He was in Lamb of God?
Member of the Metal Hall of Fame.
Okay, shout
Just
out.
the guy who's like, hey, everybody, I'm here to tell you to do your homework. Lamb of God, Lamb of God. Like, oh, no. Yeah.
Jeff Young from Megadeth.
This must be very early Megadeth. because I don't recognize any of these dudes.
Jerry Reichel.
Ooh,
groovy. Fake Jan.
Oh, yeah, Fake Jan. Nice. Well, at least she knows her whatever. Diana D'Amica. Oh, this is the dude that doesn't win Comic-Con.
Yeah, Gary Summers. Like, he's a fucking awesome dude.
Yeah, but it's just that I think it's funny that he's just like, hey, I do a con too. I'm a celebrity guest.
No, his fucking place that he does because he has got a business he was telling me about. It's like insane.
Really?
Big.
I've only talked to him building. Like I've only seen him at cons, but he's the guy who's friends with Billy West. So he's the reason that Billy West comes around every couple of years to do his con, and I still have never met Billy West. Bucket list. Next time I'm going.
Yeah, go talk to Gary Summers.
We have some authors.
Frank White.
Ooh, this guy who was a
hell yeah,
Memorial Guard.
Hell yeah.
What? HR Puff and stuff. So yeah, there's a bunch. There's a bunch of stuff. This is a gigantic con. I went to it once and it was a little overwhelming.
So what do? You start like on what time is it open?
9 o'clock, I think. 9:30 ish.
Wow.
And then it's weird because
you would think
that they would.
Yosari and Norman.
Hello, everybody.
Yo.
Sorry, Windows sucks. I'd have been out here sooner if Windows didn't suck so much.
Yeah.
That's what I do and start using Edge. I have been using Edge and it's not horrible. Believe it or not.
Yeah, that's no.
I will give it a shot because Chrome is being a bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch.
I've been having issues with Chrome. I've been doing I've been using Edge at work and it's been pretty solid. So I started using it for certain things here. Yeah. Life is Pain is saying that's so cool. American Con seems so epic. I forget he's from I forget what country. Is he in Scotland or
UK? I think
Ireland, France, Maine.
Jamaica.
Is that a country? No, Jamaica. You're making me crazy. Okay. So besides that con, I have a con coming up. When I was at AMC, I talked to one of the staff from AMC for a movie poster, Fast and Furious. They say, do not have it at all. Yo. All right. Oh, he's in Scotland. Life is Pain is in Scotland. That's awesome. And I appreciate that you tune in. I'm not sure what time it is in Scotland, but I'm assuming it's not this time. Is it? He's we're like his morning
3 o'clock in the morning or something along those lines. Whenever he comes on the lives, it's like I think it's like 2 or 3, which is
really
impressive.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So, Sergio, Jesus Christ, Yo-Yo, what have you been up to?
Work.
Rise. Yeah.
That was good. That was really good.
Yeah. 2:53 a.m. By the way.
Oh, damn.
Scotland. Yeah. Worth it. He says worth it. I appreciate that. I don't know how true that is, but I appreciate it. But yeah, so you working a bunch. You moved out to
Framingham, yes.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it because I don't want stalkers.
I don't care.
So why are you doxing them?
Yeah. So yeah,
it's a decent sized city. You don't know exactly where I'm at.
Well, I just dropped you off, so
God damn it! I forgot about that.
I just triangulated your coordinates, sir.
Yep, I just dropped him off, and now I know where he lives. And what was it you said that made me laugh? You were laughing wicked hard from it too. You're like, oh, just look for the building, and literally, he lives in like an apartment complex, so it's like they're all buildings.
Yeah,
you're just like, okay,
real descriptive.
Sounds weird. We're gonna be in a giant lot. Look for the cars, and it was just a giant parking lot full of cars. But no, it was awesome to see you. It's been too long.
Always great seeing you.
Yes, and I mean, it stinks that you live so far away. Well, like not super far away, but I definitely see you
more than I used to.
Yeah. We used to go to comedy.
You were
clubs.
like what, like 5 minutes from each other last?
Not that far, yeah. In Worcester, like going to like you were, you weren't that far in Worcester. Where were you? Were over by like the Elm Park area, right?
Yep.
Off of Highland.
Giving away all his business.
But he doesn't live there anymore.
I don't live there anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't care. You know what? Where did you leave that last key? Go find it. Free apartment. Whoever finds it first. Yeah. So yeah, you enjoyed Evil Dead Rise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
I try to not give away too much. I accidentally gave away everything. Sergio, I don't know what you can do. He's asking what he can do to get a poster for the Fast and Furious 10. I would wait till
crime.
I would, crime. Bring a rock and paint it to look like a gun. I don't know. No, but I would just wait for the movie, like when it's going to start, like leaving the theaters, because they'll have stuff left over.
They usually throw that away.
Right. I have tubes and tubes of posters that my friend Jeff gave me because, like, here, you would like this. I'm like, thanks. I have no room for these. I just have rolls of posters that are worth nothing. But whatever. I can't give them away.
What year are these posters?
I don't know. I'll look through them. I'll let you know. Legend of the Fall. I don't know. I just came that.
Bro, that's $300 right now.
You shouldn't have told me that, dude. You should be like, I'll take it off your hands. I'll give you a nickel.
You talk amongst yourself. Let me look.
All right. I'll take it off your hand. Let me give you 10 cents.
Yeah. So I have a con coming up as well. It's a little it's 1 week, 3 days, 13 hours, 3 minutes, and 24 seconds, 22 seconds away. I'm gonna stop because I'm gonna lose my breath. Let me see. So this is
very precise time on this.
Yeah. Well, they have a countdown clock.
Nope.
Yeah. So Monster Expo, I just tried to scroll on the actual video screen, not the actual screen where this is at, because I'm very smart. So this one is a smaller con. They've expanded every year. They were a little bit bigger last year. They're even bigger this year. So this one is a like a ladies of horror. So we have Linnea Quigley, who's been on the show before. And she's from a lot of things. Return of the Living Dead. Was it Deadly Night? Demons. Pumpkinhead.
Demons.
Yeah, and then her horror workout videos too.
Yeah. Those just get a re-release or something.
Yeah, they just got put out.
I met her at Monster Mania. She was there. Felissa Rose was there. Miko Hughes was there. I met Clint Howard.
Hell yeah.
But Linnea's awesome. She does a lot of charity work for animals. Like I know she like fosters a lot of dogs and stuff. She's a sweetheart. She's very nice. Felissa Rose is going to be there. She's amazing. I've said it a billion times. She's probably the nicest person I've met in that whole industry. She's great. She's been in everything. She was just in Terrifier 2. You have Frankenhooker herself, Patty Mullen, is going to be there. And I don't know if she's going to do it here, but I saw she was at a Scaricon once and she got into makeup for photo ops and stuff, which is pretty awesome.
She did that at the one Monster Mania she was at.
Yeah.
Not Monster Mania, New Jersey HorrorCon.
Okay.
She got full out Frankenhooker.
Yeah. It's pretty dope. And then we have Penny Dreadful. She's been around forever. I believe she hosts a horror movie program on some stations of sorts. Then we got a lot of vendors.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say the name of the.
Oh, I forget. Got a lot of vendors, a lot of cool vendors. I get some cool stained glass stuff. There's whatchamacallit. My mouse sucks. So I can't scroll very well lately. Time for a new mouse.
I think my buddy Oscar is gonna be there.
Oh, probably. Yeah, he was there last year. So then this dude is awesome. This is Dean.
Oh, yes.
He does a lot of the H.P. Lovecraft and some other like Nosferatu stuff. I bought a cat shirt for my wife last time. He's a really nice dude. He does all this. He does all these printings himself. Him and his girlfriend or wife.
Yeah.
They just do it in the basement. I have hoodies from him. I have T-shirts from him. One of the nicest guys. I
got a hoodie from him.
Yeah, the same one as me, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Deadly Grounds is going to be there. Our sponsor, Deadly Grounds Coffee.
Shout out.
Coffee to die for. And I think I've created a Monster Studios. They design the logo and everything. This guy does really cool stuff with clay, and it's very nice stuff. Very cool, very detailed. It's pricey, but there's a reason. It's because it's done very well. Yeah. So it's gonna be fun. There's a lot of vendors, but they've been Morbid Vision Films. That's
Silver Bullet.
I was looking to see if Oscar is there. Oh, I'm gonna have to apologize to this man in person. because he invited us to his con in
back in March.
Yeah, and we totally thought it was a different month, and we missed it. And I feel very bad about that.
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, when's like yesterday?"
I think it already happened. Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah, there's Oscara.
Yeah,
actually they should
down towards the bottom.
I think more cons should actually do this, like, because it always has like buy a vendor table, but it never mentions any of the vendors. If
I personally I search it out because I want to plan that stuff out. Like if there's like a company that's going to be selling something, I want to make sure I have the money to pay.
Exactly, because usually they only have the guests, so I kind of budget my, my spending on just the guests. If I knew,
the reason that they're doing this is because they don't have like a ton of guests, but I think it's I think it's smart. Sometimes
they do. Yeah, they do. This is the halfway to Halloween, right?
Well, they do.
That's what this one is. Yeah,
they have New Jersey HorrorCon does this like flea market deal where it's like they'll have 1 or 2 or 3 guests, and then it's just this big flea market. So it kind of seems exactly like that.
I think Deadly Grounds does that flea market. I've heard about it, and it sounds really cool. But Life is Pain is saying that he stays up because I started to love the show. As movies and horror are great, so I look forward to Tuesday's Wicked Horror show live. Sometimes due to work, I can't stay to watch it live, so I watch next day. That's awesome, and well,
we appreciate it.
We definitely appreciate that. I don't know. I just recently, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with these. I just got some stickers made, and I was thinking, send some to Tony because he does all the cons and stuff too. And so we can pass them out, but maybe so Life is Pain. Send me like a I don't know if you if you're friended me on Facebook, or send me a private message, and maybe I'll shoot you some stickers or something as a thank you. Same thing, Sergio. If you want to send me your info, I can send you some stuff. And yeah, we appreciate that. Hey, it's 10 o'clock. That went by way too quick. I'm sorry. I didn't shut up after Yo-Yo got here, and he didn't really have much to say, and I apologize.
Nah, it's just the
I'm
aura.
just happy to be here.
The aura, the essence of Yo-Yo, man.
Yeah, it's been too long. Yeah,
man.
Yeah,
it's been like
You're doing a show tomorrow, the live show tomorrow with Leo and Brandon, and who else is on that show?
Not quite sure who else is going to be on it this week. That's the thing. Like,
it kind of you have like rotating
round robin kind of deal.
Does Rich do that show too?
He does. He does it sometimes.
Jeremy
does it sometimes. So hopefully it's a full house.
Yeah, like the show Full House. I want to be an Olsen twin. You guys are going to be talking about Evil Dead Rise tomorrow as well, right?
Yes, we're going to talk a little bit about that. Try to keep it spoiler free.
Yeah,
but
it's
that's going to be hard.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah,
like I just want to tell you it's worth watching. Like,
oh yeah. And I mentioned that one dude that was standing outside. He's like, "You guys liked it? Like, why?" And we're like, "You didn't like it? Why?" Like, whatever. Everyone's got opinions. I mean, whatever. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've seen a lot, and there were some things I was like, "Ooh!" Like when it happened. That doesn't happen very often anymore. I was like, "Ooh, that looks like it hurt." Yeah. Ooh, way. Oh my god.
I'm with that Paul Rubens and Buffy.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Sergio
was asking if I said something about him. What I said was if you can get me your info, I can send some stickers out to you.
Damn.
Some Wicked Horror Show stuff.
So just like meet me outside, bro.
Yeah, I can even throw in some points, stuff like that. But yeah, just get the info over to me, Serge, and I'll send you some stuff. So now that it's time to wrap things up, was there anything else you guys wanted to mention before we do that?
I just wanted to give you an update. So Brad Pitt's Legends of the Fall vintage 1994 movie poster, 23 by 35 is going for like almost $80. So
I don't have it. I'm just kidding. I do. I think I still have the Aqua Teen Hunger Force, the movie poster that instead of having the credits at the bottom of the poster, it just says blah, 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 blah over and over again. I think I still have that. So,
well, actually, there's the market for it. I use Whatnot to buy and sell some of my stuff. And one of the categories is movie
Whatnot.
posters.
I signed up for one called Who Dat? And then I am not able to sell anything. If anything, they're just signing me up for spam. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, check out Whatnot.
Yeah, I know
Are you on there?
Me,
Tony's
yes.
Yeah, you're on there like, hey, what's up, guys? And then people bidding and shit.
I did it twice so far. I gotta get back onto it. I got a bunch more stuff I gotta get rid of.
How long did it take to get the approval?
It took me like a month ish.
Yeah. Now, what is that over eBay? You think? Because
it's instantaneous.
It's a live auction.
Someone named Marion has been selling sneakers on eBay. So
yep.
Hey, maybe Whatnot is a way to go. Maybe you get better.
Yeah, it's pretty much once you get your money once you send it out and they receive it. So once it reaches their place,
it's like Mercari.
I don't drink.
So it's like I think it's like.
So it gets sent to Whatnot, or does it get sent to the customer?
No, you get sent to the customer. So what I did, I bought the label printer. So pretty much at the end of the show, it gives you go on the website and it tells you what everybody bought, and then as long as you print the label and it's already a prepaid label that they pay for.
Yeah.
And then you just send the stuff out. So it's really, I think it's really good. And it's a live auction, so people, bid up. Sometimes
you do like a minimum, like the least you'll accept, or does it start at a penny?
You can set up your own for each item that you want. Yeah. You started at some people start stuff at $1 and it goes up to like $500, or some people started at $1 and they get it for $10. It depends on how many people are there and.
Yeah, I've gotten good deals on there with comic books, and like I bought the whole old school Ghostbusters toys with like all the like all the ghosts, the weapons, everything on there.
I've gotten some out of print movies for like $3 on there. Yeah. I got Meet the Hollowheads DVD with Juliette Lewis, and that movie I think is going for like $120. I bought it for $4.
Anyways,
I'll give you 5.
Yo, where like what's the name of the show on Wednesdays, and where can people go to watch that tomorrow so that you can talk about Evil Dead Rise?
There'll be Midweek Geeks, and that's going to be over on Facebook and on the Dorkening YouTube channel.
Is it on the Dorkening Facebook page, or is there like a Midweek Geeks Facebook page?
As far as I know, it's just on the Dorkening one.
Okay.
I'm on the stream. I never watch it.
Yeah. Why would you?
I don't know where it is. I'm just there.
I'm just here to collect a paycheck. By the way, I'm still waiting on a paycheck. I mean, it's been years. You guys owe me at least $15. So yeah, go check out Yo-Yo there. And do you have anywhere else, like anything else that you want, if people want to follow you for anything?
I mean, just Yo Saint Laurent on Instagram at the moment. I haven't been doing much else.
Yeah, I hear you. Angel from That Strange Show.
Yeah, you can find me on That Strange Show. Kevin and Mandy and Ryan. We just recorded our newest episode that I'm currently working the magic.
Playing the flute.
Yeah, playing the flute on it. Yeah, and I think what did we cover? Knock at the Cabin. So
yeah,
if you enjoyed
and
that,
I was recommending that Yo-Yo check that out because I mentioned during dinner
this weekend.
Yeah, I mentioned during dinner that I was not a Dave Bautista fan until this movie, and then I pointed out that he has a full-size pumpkin for a head.
Yeah. Wrinkly as fuck, but
yeah, he's got like a pack of hot dogs, but it's on the top of his head. It's weird, but talent. Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, check that out, and here's some Tuesdays.
Yeah.
With you guys.
Yeah. Tony, what about yourself and your ever growing, I'm going to keep mentioning it until you quit, ever growing TikTok community?
You can find me at Tony Has 9 Figures on YouTube. Tony Has 9 Figures on Twitter, which I hardly ever use. Tony Has 9 Figures on TikTok, which I did hit 21,000 followers. So I do have a giveaway. It's open for a week, so you can. I'm giving away Massacre Academy. I got. I met Mr. Goldman at New Jersey HorrorCon as well. He wants to come back on to talk Macabre Mountain.
Oh, nice.
When it comes closer.
Xander
Goldman. Yep.
So he wants to come back on. So he actually gave me a copy of Massacre Academy. So I'm giving that copy away. So you can follow me there. Tony's movies on Instagram, where I show off the movies behind me. And of course, here on the Wicked Horror Show, most Tuesdays, whether we have awesome guests or we have just
or we take a week off.
Movie.
We have lives.
Exactly. So check us out here. And Kevin?
Just A-Knuckle on Instagram. Besides doing this lovely show, I don't know why I call it lovely. I'm also part of that strange show on the Dorkening Podcast Network as well. And I'm still part of Black and White Fright. And I've been showing up on their new show. I forget what it's called. You did a voiceover for it, Angel. Violent.
Terrible Delights.
Terrible Delights. Yeah, I've done a couple episodes of that. It's a good time. So that basically what that is they're all about like the 70s and early 80s, like 42nd Street in New York, where it was all like porn shops and like B movie like theaters,
exploitation type shit.
Yeah, exploitation stuff. We just did Coffee. We reviewed Coffee, which had Sid Haig in it too, which I didn't realize until I was watching it. A young Sid Haig.
Young Sid Haig.
Yeah. Well, not as young as Spider Baby, but still young.
Yeah.
It's great. It was Pam Grier. You can't go wrong with Pam Grier.
Nope.
So,
speaking of Sid Haig, did you see the 20th anniversary of House of a Thousand Corpses came out?
No.
20 years.
20 years. I bought it's back there. It's a nice little set.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a nice looking set. And then they came out with the Steelbook as well.
So right on. I'm glad that I'm broke, because if not, I'd be even broker. So thanks for watching / listening, everyone. Have a good rest of your day, and literally Life is Pain is the start of his day. So good luck with whatever you're doing, and I apologize if you're sleepy. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.